Welcome to the Morph My Caterham Graduates Racing Championship 2023. It all starts right here. Welcome to Brands Hatch. It's the first race of 7 of the 2023 Morph My Caterham Graduates Racing Championship. Doesn't that sound good? I cannot tell you how proud I am. I've turned up here this morning, so it's Good Friday and everything is quiet at the moment. You wait until you see what this is like come tomorrow. It's gonna be packed, but it was great to arrive in the paddock this morning, and I won't lie, a bit emotional when I've seen the Caterhams lined up with Morph My on the front of every single nose, looking fantastic. That was a real moment. I won't lie, that was a real moment. So I'm looking forward to every single minute of the racing action and the paddock fun right throughout the year. Over the weekend, we've got people arriving tomorrow. So you'll remember Gary and Derek. That's it, the guys that supported me right through my racing. They were there every single race on the spanners, transporting me around the country. They're here tomorrow for race day. And then on Sunday, my thanks to Carbon Rentals. We've got a suite hired just to celebrate the title sponsorship. I've got some of my friends, some of my customers, some people from Kent Sevens and other Caterham owners. And we're gonna have a little celebration of our own here in Carbon Rentals suite. So really looking forward to that. And if that wasn't enough, it's truck racing as well. And whilst Caterham Racing pulls the crowds, you wait till you see the crowds that will be here for the truck racing. This whole place is going to turn into a fun fair. It's going to be one epic weekend. Who knows what it will bring, but it's all going to start right here. Thank you for following. From here, I'm not sure if it can come out on the video, but you can really appreciate the dip into Paddock Hill. It's just amazing when you're driving through Paddock Hill. The car, for all of its worth, looks as though it's going to go off of the track and into the gravel, and then you hit the compression at the bottom and the car loads up, suspension loads up, and the front tucks in and you shoot all the way up to Druids. One of my most favourite pieces of track anywhere in the UK. So you know we've got the camper van we're very proud of, but it serves another main purpose. It is used as a van. And here we are, all packed up with deliveries ready for this week's race weekend. I'm just about to get out unpacked and off to their new owners. Thank you so much for your custom, everybody. So the trucks are just about to go out on their first of their test sessions of the day. Because of height and many other things, they get kept in the outer paddock, so they've got to be led onto the track by the course car. Oh, it's just so good to be back in the paddock. I've been a busy boy today. Nice to help out people putting on some of their decals and bits and pieces. I always carry the kit with me on a test day. You never know who might need a hand. And I'm just heading over now, over to the pits, and we're going to finish Oliver Smith's car, which is looking really smart. Keep it looking that way, Oliver. So I'm here with Matthew Willoughby, chairman of Caterham Grads.
Hello again.
And this weekend driver at Brands Hatch.
Yeah, first time I've ever been here. Raced 10 years, never done Brands Hatch. So
amazing.
It's going to be fun.
It will be fun. So this is my local circuit, and I don't know, I always think you can learn this circuit in minutes, and it's taken me forever to try and master this place.
So minutes didn't quite pan out for you?
No. So you've gone out today and some pretty decent lap times straight away.
Yeah, did this morning's 2 test sessions, a few red flags, so I didn't get a huge number of laps in, but car felt good, and yeah, feeling like I've got to grips with it as much as I need to be able to qualify tomorrow without being a nuisance.
And you've been out on track today, but you've done a track walk this morning.
Yeah, lap number 2 on my legs, this one.
And we decided to have a little walk this evening. How lovely is it?
It's gorgeous. It's a bit different to yesterday, which was wet and grim.
Caterham Graduates, you get to see there's 3 classes of cars. We've got the 135, which I raced in, the 150s, And then there's the Sigmax, which you're racing in.
Yep, so the Sigmax is the slightly older version of the 310R, basically, or the 150 that we've run. It's basically the same car, but an older version of the engine, a little bit less power perhaps, slightly different gearbox, but fundamentally the same, and we'll be racing on the same grid with them tomorrow.
And people that race Sigmax love these cars.
They're great, and they are the slightly older, slightly cheaper, easier way to get into it than the 150s and 135s. But they're just as good, as long as you've got a good car that's well looked after. There's no reason why you shouldn't have just as much fun.
Brilliant.
But considerably less outlay.
But in the grads, they race often on the same grid as the 150s?
Yeah, so as of this year, the 150s and Sigmaxes will be racing together off one grid, so gridded by qualifying time, no delayed starts or anything like that. Two separate championships. But next year, we will be running the Sigmax and 150s will be merged into one championship. The performance is so similar between the cars. Right. We might look just to see if we need any tweaks just to create that equivalence between the two classes, but yeah, they should be. Well, next year they will be one class, one championship, and yeah, more cars to fight against.
Tomorrow then, qualifying, and you are kind enough to allow me to share some of the footage from your race in quali.
I could say that now, I might regret it.
We can always cut this bit out, right? But no, really kind of you to let us in and experience the race weekend through your eyes, and I know the people watching, they love to see it, and also they'll watch your race here at Brands. You'll recognise Matthew's car. It looks beautiful, by the way.
Thank you. Wrapped by my own fair hand.
Very nicely done. And some enormous sponsorship decals on there, about as big as we could fit.
Yeah, they are huge.
But you will recognise the car, so I always say that when you're watching racing, unless you've got somebody to follow, you are just watching cars go round sometimes.
Yeah, especially in one make races where every car is the same. It's very hard to pick a favourite that you want to follow, but when you know who the drivers are, you can pick your favourite and you've got someone to cheer on and follow rather than just seeing random cars coming round.
Brilliant. So what I would hope is after this weekend we're going to introduce not just yourself but some of the other drivers from the Caterham Graduates, and people watching, follow them for the season. It's going to be broadcast on YouTube, live stream.
Yep, every race, every UK round apart from Oldland Park will be on YouTube.
Excellent, and that's a one-day event, but a brilliant one to come along to, by the way, if you want to watch a load of racing in one day.
Yep, it's hectic.
It is, it's chaos. But when you dial in, if you're looking at YouTube or if you come to the circuit, you start picking out these people, start picking out the cars, and you've got somebody to root for. So it's lovely to introduce Matthew Willoughby.
Thank you very much, Rob Oldland.
And we're looking forward to an awesome season of racing.
Yeah.
Even for me, from within the paddock, to be there today with the drivers and the families, for me, that's what it's all about.
Yep, and you're absolutely right. I didn't race at all last year, but we still went to all the rounds as you're intending to do this year, because the social side and the paddock life is as much a part of this as the track stuff.
Fantastic. I guess probably the last question before we move on to thinking about tomorrow is, it's not necessarily as big a jump from going as a track day driver to being a race driver as I might have imagined.
No, it's a scary jump that people don't realise how easy it is to do, I think. And I think people just don't understand what is required to get there in some ways. But there's some admin, there's some kit that you need to buy, but there's nothing difficult or scary about it in reality. And yeah, anyone can do it.
So what we'd hope, we're going to share the story of some drivers doing their novice year here in the Caterham Graduates. Yep. We share their stories as well. I think it's really good. So there's no doubt about it. I don't want to put you under too much pressure, but if Matthew's not in those top positions, I would be surprised.
And I'll be gutted. No, it's weird. And we all want to do as well as we can, but some of your best races aren't always the ones where you have the best results. They're the ones where you have the most fun.
Absolutely.
And it's not all about where you finish, but you know, winning makes it more fun. Of course it does.
Well, I wouldn't know that, Matthew, but I'll take your word for it. But the point is, even if you're coming in as a novice, and actually we had a novice last year done tremendously well for a season.
Yep.
But even if not, you're going to have a race. You are racing.
Yeah, absolutely.
My races here, I fought for 12th and 14th place. And it was savage. I had a great time. It was some of the best racing I've done.
Yeah.
As you say, even if it might be for those minor places, we cannot wait for the start of the season proper tomorrow. Today has been good enough, but we're really looking forward to it. So have a brilliant day. We will definitely follow you. Please do look out for Matthew for the rest of the season. And of course, if you're ever along to the paddock,
come say hello.
It's a very, very friendly place to be.
Yep, absolutely.
Come say hi. Good luck tomorrow, mate.
Thanks very much. Cheers, Rob.
The next day.
Good morning and welcome to race day. It's the first race of the 2023 Morph Caterham Graduates Racing Series Championship. Doesn't that sound great? I couldn't be more proud to see the cars with Morph on the nose of every single one. Really is a special moment, I won't lie to you. Very, very proud. So let's crack on. I'm going to head over to assembly and we're going to see the first group out to enjoy their qualifying session. Good luck, everybody. Thank you so much to the Orange Army. These amazing marshals volunteer their time so we can go racing. We do appreciate you.
Which one is that?
Thank you.
So we said we'd follow Matthew. You've just done your quali.
I have, yep, survived.
So I'll be really happy if I've qualied fourth. You didn't have the biggest smile on your face.
No, I was grumpy. I was grumpy, Rob. Which is stupid because we're so privileged to do this. But yeah, we do get grumpy when it doesn't quite feel. Oh. So the lap time was good. I was happy with the lap time. The car just didn't. It wasn't under me somehow. I wasn't confident in it, but it went all right.
So a slight adjustment on the rear anti-roll bar, and you're
hope for the best.
Right. So starting fourth.
Yeah, 8th overall, I think. Fourth
in class. Yep. Brilliant. So we'll catch up with Matthew at the end of the race if that's all right. Good
Absolutely
luck.
fine.
Yeah?
Cheers, Rob.
All right.
Thank you.
Also in the marquee today, we've had the official Caterham Graduates merchandise for sale. So my company Morph as well as being title sponsors, are the providers of the official merchandise for Caterham Graduates. So all of the different clothing and promotional items, well, that's actually made, created and sold and distributed by us. So thank you to all of the members and family that have bought today. There we go, there's the first race of the 2023 season done, and what a race it was. I'm going to put a link in the description below of the YouTube live stream so you can watch it back. But the battle in particular for third was awesome, and well done Richard Groom. First pole position, first ever win, well done. Is there a comment for the YouTube fans?
Oh, absolutely epic! Absolutely epic. To be honest, it was luck. Ben caught up in the back markers. It would have been right to the flag between us. He was right on my tail, so I worked for it, but then got a bit lucky. So
your first pole position,
first win,
and your first win.
Yeah. I think we'll take that for the first weekend of the season. Cheers, Rob.
Well done. Well, this is all really good. The grid walk is back this year for the trucks, and the drivers are right there, and all the public can come down, get right up close and personal with these amazing racing machines, and the drivers here to answer any of their questions, take selfies, all that sort of thing. So this is great to see. Good work, BARC. This is superb. Well done to the British truck racing for sure. So it really has been a brilliant day of Caterham Graduate Racing and all the values of close, clean racing we've seen throughout the day, and delighted that everybody's putting their car in the garages in one piece for tonight, ready for another day's racing tomorrow. I cannot wait.